kanilang pagtatrabahuan. So, if the child is under 15, may work for maximum of 4 hours a day, 20 to 20 hours a week. So, yun lang yung tinatakda ng batas sa 9235. Ano ba yun? 9231. May work between 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pwede naman sila magtrabaho. Di ba? Between, sa gitna, yan na. Hindi po pwede yung pagtrabaho niya ng 8 to alas 8 ng gabi hanggang alas 12. Hindi po pwede. If the child is 15 but under 18, may work for maximum of 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. O po pwede na sila magtrabaho. May work between 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the evening, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Ang hirap nito sa board exam kapag ito ang lumabas. So, naku po, mahihirapan tayo. Prohibition on the employment of children in certain advertisements. So, no child shall be employed as a model in any advertisement directly or indirectly promoting the following. So, ito ang hindi nila po pwedeng pasukan bilang sila ay mag-advertise ng isang product. Alcohol beverages, no. Intoxicating drinks, no. Tobacco and cigarettes, no. Gambling, no. Any form of violence or pornography, of course. So, those are, hindi sila pwedeng magbikini, for example, for a billboard, di ba? So, important provision of Republic Act number 9262, yung sinasabi nating Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004, approved on March 8, 2004. So, kayo, kapag may mga girlfriend kayo, kapag nasabing you are dating, pwede nila kayong kasuhan ng 9262 if ever. Kita nyo yan? So, violence against women and their children refers to any act or a series of acts committed by any person against a woman. Tingnan, take note of the word. Who is his wife? Asawa niya, former wife, dati na niyang asawa, or against a woman with whom the person has or had a sexual. Ibig sabihin, meron kayong sexual intercourse, pwede kanyang kasuhan. Or dating relations, nagdi-date pa lang kayo, naku po, pwede ka maanuhan ng Art 9262. Dapat alam nyo to. Or with whom he has a common child. Or let us say, meron siyang anak doon. Or against her child. O kaya, doon naman sa bata, sa anak niya, whether legitimate. Sa bata naman is whether legitimate or illegitimate. Anak niya sa labas o anak niya sa loob ng kasal, within or without a family abode, hindi nakatira sa kanya, which result in or is likely to result in physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering. O dito sa physical, let us say, hindi pranagan, you are inflicting pain physically. Sexual naman, let us say, ni-rape mo, di ba? Ang asawa mo, kapag ni-rape mo yan, naku po, kawawa ka. Psychological harm o isa pa, parati mong pinapagalitan, let us say, o kaya sinasabihan ng masasamang wordings. Economic abuse, hindi mo binibigyan ng pera, hindi mo binibigyan ng sustento. Including threats of such acts, battery, katulad nito, battery, yung babae na battered wife, hindi suntukan, for example, lagi mong sinasaktan, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty. Hindi mo halimbawa pinapalabas, so pwede ka niyang kasuhan ng 9262. So, mahirap na yung batas is pinapangalagaan yung karapatang pambabae at karapatang pambata. Kasi, they are more likely prone to abuses. Di ba? Hindi nila basta-basta kaya ipagtanggol yung kanilang mga sarili. So, mayroon din tayong word na physical violence. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng physical violence? Kapag nakita natin si bodily or physical harm, ibig sabihin, physical violence yan. Kapag sinaktan mo ang tao physically, so sinampal mo, kung ano pa man yan, sinuntok mo, so physical violence. Sexual violence is sexual in nature. Ibig sabihin, committed against a woman or her child. Let us say, piyangapran ka, ito na pa man dyan. So, sexual violence. Psychological violence is likely to cause mental or emotional suffering of the victim, such as but not limited to tinatakot mo, hinaharas mo sa may maraming tao, stalking, pati yung stalking Tingnan natin, pwede kayo 9262, ginastock mo, damage to property, public ridicule or humiliation and repeated verbal abuses. Sinasabihan mo ng masasama. So, you can be liable for a psychological violence under 9262. Economic abuse is to make a woman financially dependent. So, yung hindi mo siya binibigyan ng sustento, ng pera, for example. So, yan. Battery refers to an act or inflicting physical harm upon the woman or her child resulting to the physical and psychological or emotional distress. Yung makikita mo talaga sa tao na parang aning-aning na. Okay, so battery. Wala naman tayong husband, meron tayong battered wife syndrome, pero wala tayong battered husband syndrome. So, babae lang to. Stalking refers to an intentional act committed by a person who knowingly and without lawful justification follows the woman or her child or places the woman or her child under surveillance directly or indirectly. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng stalking. So, huwag kayong magsustalk. So, let's proceed with the Republic Act 9344 or the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. So, it was approved on April 28, 2006 and became effective on May 20, 2006. So, almost 1 month. Repealed the provision of the revised penal code and Presidential Decree number 603 on minor offenders. So, mayroon tayong mga important terms introduced by Republic Act 9344. What do you mean by juvenile justice and welfare system? So, refers to a system. Kahit ito lang yung ma-define natin. Refers to a system dealing with children at rest. Children at rest, yung mga batang napapabayaan sa lansangan, mga bata na prone for crimes, and children in conflict with the law. Yung mga bata na nakakagawa ng masama, nakakagawa ng misdemeanor against the society, so conflict with the law, which provides child appropriate proceedings na naglalayo ng maayos at exclusive na pagdinig, including programs and services for prevention, paano natin sila mapaprevent, diversion, paano natin sila matutulungan para maiwasan nila yan, rehabilitation, paano natin sila ma-rehab, reintegration, paano natin sila mababalik sa community na hindi nila uulitin yan. Parang ano lang to parang correction, parang sa provision ng matatanda. And aftercare to ensure the normal growth and development. So, paano natin sila matutulungan? So, di ba, alam naman natin yung tenure niyan. Dadalhin sa DSWD, di ba? Okay. So, dito, lalawak yung pangunawan natin. Pangunawan nyo kung paano natin matutulungan ang isang bata. Baka marami sa inyo makapunta sa DSWD. So, alam nyo na kung paano sila tutulungan. So, what do you mean by restorative justice? Kanina pa natin pinag-usapan nito. It refers to a principle which requires a process of resolving conflicts. Okay, we are going to resolve conflict. Kung if ever na pwede naman natin yung i-amicable settlement, so bakit natin hindi gawin? With the maximum involvement of the victim, so ito yung tutulungan natin. Yung biktima, offender, and the community. So ito yung sa restorative justice, yung sa involvement ng biktima, ng offender, yung nakagawa ng isang mali, at saka ng community. 6. To obtain reparation for the victims, reconciliation of the offender, the offended, and the community, and reassurance to the offender that he or she can be reintegrated into the society. Bakit? Dahil bata yung nakagawa ng krimen, so ensure natin na yung kanyang seguridad, yung kanyang buhay ay hindi rin mawasak, di ba? Nakawasak na nga siya ng buhay, so bakit pa natin bawasakin ng kanyang buhay? Na hindi naman niya halimbawa alam ang mga consequences. Child at risk refers to a child who is vulnerable to. When we say vulnerable is napakalapit, napakadali. And at the risk of committing criminal na makagawa ng criminal offenses Dahil because of, let us say, sa kanilang mga pananaw sa buhay, kung paano sila pinalaki, family, dahil din sa pamilya nila, kung ano yung na-adapt nila sa pamilya nila, at saka social circumstances, kung saan sila nakatira, o kung paano sila nabubuhay sa lipunan. Baka mamaya, ang bata pa lang yan is nakatira sa lansangan, o kaya nakatira sa squatter area, kung saan, let us say, hindi naman halos lahat, maraming gumagawa ng masama, so pwede siyang maka-adapt ng kanilang ginagawa. So what do you mean by child in conflict with the law? It refers to a child who is alleged as, okay, remember for the definition, kasi ito talagang lumalabas, alleged as, allegation lang, accused of, so they are child in conflict with the law, or adjudged as having committed an offense under Philippine laws. So ito ang ibig sabihin ng child in conflict with the law, refers to a child who is alleged as, accused of, adjudged as having committed an offense under Philippine laws. Nakagawa yan ng krimen sa batas ng Pilipinas. So what do you mean by initial contact with the child? So it refers, sa una-una, it refers to the apprehension. From the time na nahuli natin ang batang yan, taking into custody of a child in conflict with the law by law enforcement officers or private citizens. Take note, pag tinanong, so it could be law enforcement officers or private citizens. What do you mean by intervention? So it refers to a series of activities which are designed to address issues that cause the child to commit an offense. So ito naman yung ina-address ng issues na to, kung paano natin malalapatan yung krimen, malalapatan ng tulong yung bata doon sa krimen na kanyang ginawa. Diba? Alamin natin kung anong dahilan, kung bakit nagawa ng krimen. Baka mamaya accidental lang yan, o kaya may suyo lang, may nagsabi sa kanya na matanda, may nagutos, di ba? May take the form of an individualized treatment program which may include counseling, skills, training, education, and other activities that will enhance his or her psychological, emotional, and psychosocial well-being. Kasi minsan, ang bata, kung ano yung nakikita ng bata sa kanyang mata, akala niya is tama. So, yung upbringing, pagpapalaki ng magulang, dahil siguro sa parating nag-aaway yung nanay at tatay niya, pag nag-aaway sila, pinapakita sa bata, nakikita ng bata. So, pwedeng may moral abuse doon, o kaya naman may psychological abuse na nangyari sa kanya. So, may tendency na sasabihin niya sa sarili niya, for example, na, tama pala itong nangyayari na ganito. Okay lang ito sa lipunan. So, may tendency na bigla-bigla, susugatan niya yung kalaro niya, for example, sasampalin niya, for example, o kaya naman, babatuhin niya ng bato, di ba? So, those are example na pwedeng nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagiging pariwara ang isang bata. So, what do you mean by diversion? Refers to an alternative. So, we are going to make an alternative. Kung paano natin sila ikukulong. Hindi natin sila dadalhin sa kulungan mismo dahil hindi sila doon po pwede. Para lang sa matatanda. Kasi pwede ka pang makasuhan sa batas. Child-appropriate process of determining the responsibility and treatment of a child. So, pag nalaman natin kung ano ang kanyang pananagutan sa batas, so we are going to make a formal court proceedings. So, titingnan natin yung social, cultural, economic, psychological, or educational background ng bata na hindi tayo magre-result sa formal court proceedings. So, hindi natin yan kakailanganin. Di ba? Hindi natin yan kakailanganin kung na-determine natin na hindi naman masyadong grieve ang kanyang ginawa.